Ladies and gentlemen, the studio lights felt different that morning. Not brighter, not dimmer, just heavier. Kelly Ripa sat at her familiar spot on the Live with Kelly&Mark set, her hands clasped tightly on the sleek desk that had been her stage for decades. Her signature smile, the one that usually lit up mornings for millions of viewers, was there, but only for a moment. It faltered like a candle in the wind. Behind the cameras, crew members exchanged uneasy glances. Something was off. Even the audience, usually buzzing with excitement before airtime, seemed to sense it. The laughter that filled those pre-show moments had faded into whispers. Mark Consuelos, Kelly's husband and co-host, looked over at her. He knew that look. He'd seen it last night, when she sat on the couch, silent for what felt like hours. He asked what was wrong, but she only said, "Tomorrow will be hard." Now, tomorrow had arrived. The countdown began. 5, 4, 3. The red light above the camera blinked on. "Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live," Kelly began, her voice bright but trembling. Mark smiled, adding, "We've got a great show for you today. A lot of surprises, a lot of love in the air." Kelly nodded. Yes, a lot of love. Her words hung in the air, fragile and loaded. As the show continued, recipes, celebrity gossip, the usual banter, Kelly's eyes grew distant. When the cameras cut to commercial, she stared at the mug in her hands, her reflection rippling in the coffee she hadn't touched. Mark leaned closer. "Kel, you okay?" She didn't answer right away. Then she whispered, barely audible, "I have to say it today, Mark. I can't keep waiting." Mark's heart sank. He knew what she meant, but he didn't want to believe it. The next segment began, but this time Kelly didn't follow the teleprompter. She turned to the camera, her voice soft but steady. "Before we move on, I need to talk to everyone," she said, glancing toward the director's booth. The producers froze. This wasn't on the script. "I've been doing this show for a long time, more than half my life. I've grown up here. My kids have grown up here. You've all been my family." But her voice cracked, and for the first time, the cameras caught the shimmer of tears. Mark placed his hand over hers. The audience grew silent, sensing the weight of the moment. Kelly took a deep breath. "I've always said that when it's time, I'll know. And I think I know now." She smiled through tears. This will be my last season on Live." The crowd gasped. Some covered their mouths. The studio, so often filled with laughter, now held the stunned hush of heartbreak. Mark blinked, his hand tightening on hers. "Wait, Cal, are you saying—" She turned to him, her eyes glistening. "I'm not coming back, Mark." A sharp intake of breath rippled through the audience. The teleprompter stopped. Crew members froze behind the glass. A camera operator wiped his eyes. Kelly's confession had shattered the rhythm of the morning, and time itself seemed to pause. After the commercial break, Kelly tried to compose herself, but her voice trembled with each word. "I didn't plan to say it like this," she admitted, "but sometimes your heart speaks before your head does." Mark nodded, visibly moved. "You've been doing this for 30+ years, Cal. You've given people joy every single day. You've earned the right to listen to your heart." She looked at him, her partner, not just on screen, but in life. "You know, I remember the first time I sat in this chair after Regis retired. I was terrified. I thought I'd never be able to fill that space. But the truth is, you never fill someone else's space. You make your own." The audience applauded through their tears. "And now," Kelly continued softly, "I think it's time for someone else to make their space." After the show ended, social media exploded. #ThankYouKelly began trending within minutes. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with memories, clips of her funniest moments, heartfelt tributes, and disbelief. "Please tell me it's not true," one fan wrote. "She's the reason I get up happy every morning," another posted. News outlets picked up the story instantly. "Kelly Ripa announces departure live on air," fans in tears. An end of an era for morning television. But inside Kelly's dressing room, away from the flashing lights, she sat quietly, her makeup streaked with tears. She could hear the muffled sounds of crew members outside, some still crying, others whispering in disbelief. Mark walked in, closing the door behind him. "Are you sure you're ready for this?" he asked softly. Kelly nodded. I've been ready. I just wasn't ready to say it out loud. He sat beside her, wrapping an arm around her shoulders. The world's gonna miss you, Kel. She smiled faintly. I'm still me. I'm just not coming back. The room fell into silence again, peaceful but heavy. If you've been moved by this story, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on Mark Consuelos and other important stories. And in the comments below, share your messages of love and encouragement for Mark and Kelly.